It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom led pilgrims from Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and end. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin Wharf, Fenway Park, Old North Church. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Boom.
I love that, man. Isn't that just, that's great? Where would it start?
I get goosebumps, man.
It gets on. It grows on you, you know.
Yeah, you get the heat on.
It's cranking. Yeah.
I'm not allowed to turn the heat on in my house until November, or else I get a lashing. I don't know what it is. I think it was something she was brought up with, or with her father, or something. I don't know.
Kind of can't blame no one else either, right?
Yeah, I'm just.
It wasn't me, right?
We're supposed to be like 70 today or tomorrow, so I'm like, okay, I'll go with it. We got a couple more days, but man, I'll tell you, I wake up in the morning early like you, and I come downstairs. I got a coat on sometimes. I get turn the fireplace on and stuff. I'm like, Jesus, but the heat's not on, man. I love a cold bedroom though. At night, oh, nice blankets, pillows cold. It's nice stuff. Anyways, enough about my sleep. But go ahead.
Hey, I'll tell you a quick funny story. Who it was is irrelevant, but it was the coldest night, and they said it was like setting all sorts of records because it was so cold out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous type of stuff, like very, very cold. And this woman walks over to the window and opens the entire window and puts a box fan in the window, sucking the cold air in, and then goes and gets under the fucking blankets that are about that fat.
Yeah,
you know? So
that's
she opens the window with a fan to make it cold in the bedroom to get under like a foot of blankets.
I could do that.
I'm thinking it's counterproductive, right? But
it's weird. It's a weird thing, but it works, man.
I guess that happens.
But as soon as you get out of those blankets, you're cold. Yeah, you're cold. Yeah, you gotta go to the bathroom, get underneath those blankets. You're cold. But
then you gotta take a shower and come out into that.
Oh,
yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good. Tapping out of that, man.
You staying in the bathroom to get changed.
Yep.
Oh, what a day yesterday with the well, actually, one of the last couple of days with Sean on the golf.
Cranking like snapping off, man. And
then the Vanity Fair article. And Turtle Boy's show last night. He read it too. I'm glad you read it last night. I didn't see it. I apologize.
No. So what I did yesterday is I sat down and I read the article. And,
I thought you were online.
No, I sat down. I recorded it.
Oh, okay.
So and I made myself small in the corner,
right?
Like tiny. So and I read the whole article, word for word, so people could hit play and put their earbud in and let it go.
Like I do at night when I put like a podcast on. I just listen to it. Right.
And it's funny because I was on I forget the name of I'll look back, but I was on an audio podcast for a guy. He asked me to do an interview.
A while back.
Yeah, a while back. We got to take our shows and put them on Apple or Spotify and stuff like that, so people can actually download and listen to us at least, right?
It's not hard to do.
No, it's just let me put that on the list with
Spotify is easy to do because my nephews have a band and they upload to Spotify all the time.
Well, there you go. We already have it, right? And what if someone misses the show, right?
Oh, they can listen to it on the way to work if they have Spotify on their phone and connect to their car with Bluetooth, and they can listen to their car. They actually have the show playing on the phone, but listen up through their speakers while they're driving.
Right. I mean, we're doing it anyway, right?
Yeah.
We're here.
It's another, are we still going to Twitter? Yeah.
Yes,
All
absolutely.
right.
We hit Twitter and both Facebook,
All right. Cool. Man.
both YouTubes. And there's Good Morning Dog Mom.
Hey, I know. Hey, hit the smash that like button, please. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Because
So
let's get the
listen,
numbers up.
I want to play something. I had to fast forward part of it because it's got copyrighted songs in it, but so I skipped ahead because this is important. This is from Joe, Flipper Joe.
Who's that?
Never heard of him, man, right? So check this out. Like I was saying, right?
Mm.
She mentions the phone in her pocketbook.
Real evil she looks, man. Oh,
Yeah, it's a bad look.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to distract you, but keep going.
No,
You're doing good.
Yeah. If she takes her phone and puts the phone in her pocketbook, right?
Yeah.
How can she butt dial it?
What time was this? In the morning, at the early hours, or
Generally, just in general.
Yeah, that's
If a woman takes the phone and puts it in the purse, right?
Years ago, you could do that. Years ago, I remember that stuff happening, right? But not in the last 5 or 10 years. No, you could not butt dial anybody through your phone. It happened. I mean, back in the day when I was on cell phones all the time. People would, I butt dialed you through my phone. I hit the lipstick, hit it, it dialed you.
But
whether it was like an analog or whatever it was. Now it's hard to do.
The way the screens are, you
No.
have to have a human touch to activate the screen.
Heat censored, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
And if a phone goes in, it doesn't go in flat. It goes in vertical, in line with everything else that they would have in there.
Purses nowadays are built to have phone holders inside of them.
Right.
Most of them. Yeah, most expensive bags do. Yeah.
I mean, I don't carry a purse, but I can't imagine how.
I thought you wear a fanny pack.
Just logistical wise, even a fanny pack. Throw this in a fanny pack and run around. I mean, that's kind of what it's made for, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't dial people.
No.
But I think she caught herself here.
Oh yeah.
I think Joe. Really? I think Joe caught this.
Can I just give you a heads up?
Yeah.
Yesterday, Joe and I were talking, and he says, "I'm taking Jen down today." That was yesterday. He wakes up in the morning and he has a target. He really does. He has a target, man. He has a target. Yeah. He's like, I'm going. I'm gonna take this mofo down.
Can you imagine?
Go.
Can you imagine if we had enough to make him tired and just let him work on this all day long?
He would love to do that.
Of course he would. Who wouldn't?
It's his passion, man. True crime is his passion.
It comes out too. You can tell.
Yeah, he digs,
dude.
Man, he digs.
Listen, just like our open, just like our logo, there are people that are talented, and it comes out, and you can just tell when something's right. And he gets it more often than he doesn't. So,
oh my goodness, yeah.
All right, so I think he caught her here. Listen close, okay?
Okay.
You used the word. I like 2 words.
I believe I used the word butt dials.
Plural.
You claimed that every one of these calls was a butt dial. Is that right?
Yes.
So according to you, you literally butt dialed John O'Keefe's phone 6 times in the span of 19 minutes. Is that right?
I don't remember making any of those calls. So my assumption is I put my phone in my back pocket and that was it.
All right. It was her back pocket, right?
Yeah. Even harder to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, how do you unlock the phone? Just unlock it and then choose someone from even the recent contact.
Well, we know it was an Apple phone, right? I use an Apple phone. You have an Apple phone. I can't tell.
I have Galaxy, which is why I'm curious about this stuff.
So I have an Apple phone. I've had one for a long time. I used to be an Android guy just because I like the operating system. But Apple, I get switched to it because everybody had Apple, my friends and family.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyways, I haven't butt dialed anybody in years, okay? Just almost impossible to do. if you have your phone set up the right way, where you get a passcode or facial recognition, which I'm sure they do. You get kids, you don't want them kids looking through your phone, whatever. And it's not really hard to do. You just take your phone, wipe them inside your face, and you're ready to go. Not hard to do, right? And it times out sometimes. You gotta, once you look at it again. And it's why you see on these TV shows, they get a dead guy and they take the phone out of his back pocket, they put it in front of the dead guy's face to open the phone.
Mike, but here's my question, right?
Yeah.
Logistically wise, right?
No.
She takes the phone, she puts it in her back pocket.
And she's wearing sweatpants. She's wearing sweatpants. You know that, right?
Okay.
Right.
She puts the phone in her back pocket.
Right.
If she butt dialed him, exactly. If she butt dialed him, where is the 10-minute voicemail of
right
silence? Right. Well, how does she even know it? She called him. Does she not say, "Hey, wait a minute, I'm sorry, dude. I just you got a 10-minute voicemail that's just butt dialed." It's courtesy, right?
You would hear conversations. Yeah, you would hear all kinds of stuff going on.
But still, you'd call and say, "Hey, listen, I don't know what happened. My phone was on, and I must have left you a voicemail." It says because I was on the phone with you for 10 minutes, and it doesn't say. I don't remember it. So,
or like maybe I just tried calling him, a minute ago. Let me call him back while it's butt dialing in voicemail. You would hear her saying some kind of explanation why he's not answering.
Something,
I haven't seen it. Yeah, right. Right.
Nope.
Nothing, huh?
And how long are those calls? Because you have to, not only do you have to choose the phone number, make the phone call, right? It's got to connect. Once it connects, person's on the other end of the phone. Hello, right? Hitting buttons, trying to get their
or it's going right to voicemail, right? It's going to go to voicemail after 5 or 6 rings or 7, 8 rings, whatever it is. Hey, it's John. I can't get the phone right now. Right.
Bingo. Once it's dialed, it's hands off.
Or you have to hit stop.
If it goes to voicemail, you may hear the keypad getting pressed. If that was the case.
Right.
Or you'll hear the conversation in the background, or it'll just be muffled. But there will be a recording of nothing per se, right?
Right.
Where's that?
Oh, I see. You're talking about right after he was attacked. During those, they're probably trying to look for the phone or whatever it was. I thought you were talking about in the morning where she was trying to call him. No, okay. I know what you're saying now. Yeah, she had jeans on or whatever. Yeah, okay.
So where's that data, Mike? That's all provable, right?
Like the one Karen left in the car in the back seat trying to contact John, right? And went to voicemail, but you could still hear it.
Exactly.
Right. You heard the whole conversation of Jen talking to 911, right? Yeah.
Exactly what I'm talking about, Mike.
Yeah, so good find.
I think Flipper got that.
Yeah, he said he always says, "I'm gonna take this bitch down."
But
he says like she's the most evil. He goes, he can't stand that girl.
I'm not sure he realizes he's got that.
Yeah, he's got it all, man. I talked to him yesterday on the phone.
Maybe he does. I mean, do you guys all understand what I'm saying?
I do. Say it again.
If it was a butt dial, you would either hear it, the voicemail, you would hear it connecting or trying, like her dialing still, but it would be connected. Right. And that would be on the voicemail. You would hear nothing, or you would hear a muffled conversation. But you would hear something. And we know John's voicemail was working because Karen
called
him after the butt dials. So the phone was working before when she butt dialed him. We know this is fact. Where's that? Where's the answering machine message? Where's the voicemail? Where's the data that this butt dial did? And Brian Higgins and Albert, how did they know they made a phone call? How did they know that? By looking at their call logs. I can go back in my log and say, hey, oops, I missed a call from this person yesterday at 2 o'clock. Right. I can see it on my phone. I can tell you I called somebody. I don't remember calling something. Did I call you yesterday? That doesn't happen, Mike.
No. Not anymore. Not anymore. Not these days anymore. Not even with your house phone back in the day when you hung it on the wall. No. The only time it usually happened was when we had the push button phones, like, when we had the flip phones or something, or or BlackBerry,
Listen, weird stuff happens with technology. I'll give you that. Okay, stuff just happens. But
Yeah, maybe I'll give you one. All right, I'll give you one, but won't give you six.
all right,
Yeah, one might happen. I don't know how, but it could. We'll just throw it up to technology being technology, but six different times in how many minutes?
a lot.
Nine. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Regardless, once is logistically. I'm just trying to figure out how a butt dial could happen, and it's not making sense. So
Good.
I want to finish this because the judge comes into play here, as well as Sir Adam Lally. Mike, notice Lally's cough. You ready?
Sure.
I'm just going to continue from where we left off.
So in order to hang up that butt dial, you have to interact with that phone yet again, don't you?
Yes.
So if you had 6 butt dials, it's done, butt dials. You'd not only have to interact with the phone once, the butt dial, John, you then have to interact with it every single time to turn off that phone ringer so it doesn't go to voicemail, wouldn't you?
I suppose. I mean, I guess I don't have it all right in front of me, but there were also text messages I was sending. So again, maybe I said, oh, shoot, I called them, and then I turned it off.
But your claim is you don't remember those incessant butt dials and those incessant hangups at all, correct?
I honestly don't.
You'll agree that the phone extraction showed that John O'Keefe got no voicemails from you, right?
I didn't look, but
So that means you would have had to interact with that phone 14 times over the course of 19 minutes at the exact time frame that the Commonwealth suggests John O'Keefe lost his life.
Objection.
Sustained. You can ask that differently, and this will be your last question for today, please.
What?
Oh my God.
The period between 1229 and 1250, which is the exact period that you were, quote, butt dialing John multiple times. That's also the exact period that John O'Keefe was rendered incapacitated. Isn't that right?
Objection.
That's sustained. We'll start up again tomorrow, okay?
Thank you.
I'm telling you, he's on the money with that. He's got something. I really think he does with that, Mike.
Yeah. He's a firecracker, man. That guy wakes up in the morning, he's ready to go. He's ready to go. He talked to me about it. We talked on the phone, and he's like, I think I got Jen. I think I got it nailed. And then here you go.
I would like to see this state's celebrate expert explain to me how that conversation or that connection and that phone even happens.
That's why I think
How's that work?
And next time around, you get an Apple expert up there. Like, how is that? Can you physically possibly, or do your homework? Get someone to talk about it somehow. Do your research on it. Like, Turtle Boy made a couple of good points, like about asking some different people. Put Kelleher on the stand.
Oh,
why wasn't he?
dude,
Yeah.
Kelleher. I don't know if anybody here knows about Mr. Kelleher, but that man is bad, dude.
Yeah.
Mike.
I don't know who he is, man. I just know the name.
He is the deputy chief of police of Canton.
I know that.
I mean, that is.
I know that.
Mike.
I know that. That's one down.
That's who gave them the solo cups for evidence.
So why wouldn't you ask for the ring camera when you're there?
That's where
Right?
that's where the leaf blower came from.
Right. But why wouldn't you ask? Why wouldn't you ask? Hey, listen, I see there's ring cameras there. You got anything online? Any footage? And if you said, yeah, I got the whole thing, well, delete it, give it to me, whatever.
Mike,
You would think if they had it on the ring camera and they saw Karen do it, they'd be all over it. Yeah.
you want to know something that's even worse?
What's that?
And I so want to say the MF word, but that MFR called the Canton Police Department because
Mm,
they reported
mm.
32 Fairview when it was 34 Fairview. And he's like, hey, wait a minute. There's a dead body on 32? Wait a minute. You got to change the address. And they came back and said 34 Fairview.
That's right.
He was aware of the call. He didn't
Yeah.
go provide help. He didn't do that. But he called and said, hey, you got the address wrong. Don't make it look like it's at my house.
Yeah.
Mike, that guy's bad.
Yeah. He was involved. No doubt.
There's no that's intentional, man. The deputy chief of police, man. Hey, solo cups are over there. Leaf blows in the garage. Return it when you're done.
There's a couple stop and shop bags. Seriously, that's was conspiracy after the fact.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's just bullshit. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, why was he in the first trial? He wasn't on the witness list. Anybody's,
Why?
I don't know. That's a good question. And they knew about it. They knew about it where he lived. They obviously, I'm just blown away that they didn't ask that or ask him to be, because that's huge. Get him up in the stand and say, so you looked at the ring video and try to see if they have, if someone else has it. Josh might have it, and see if you can catch him in a line. And the other thing I have is Flip brought up yesterday too, is that where was John's phone when they found John? I know it was under his body, right?
Yep.
Then who picked it up, and who gave it to the police? And they did, and what
Terry
it was
Roberts,
shut up.
I believe.
And then she handed it over to Lank or somebody, you think?
Yes. Who's the
And
guy?
then
Who's the detective that came from the police department, or the sergeant came
it
from?
was good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I will tell you this: having used devices out in the
Yeah.
cold for a long period of time, I will tell you that the cold destroys the battery. There's no way John's phone was outside. And especially it wasn't a brand new phone. The battery was used. There's no way that phone kept a charge outside for that long. Nope. Won't buy it.
I was thinking about that too, because my phone dies in the cold real quick.
Mike, I get that merit badge. You know about how much, speaking about last night on Aiden's show, that lady A-Rod from New York gave me a shout out. That was really, really nice to her to do that. Me and Scott McGinnis. She made a comment about that. I mean, so we've been out in the cold. We know that, the cold destroys. I mean, it cuts your battery life like done. Not good. So there's no way the phone was underneath him. No.
Right. Yeah, it's just weird. And even if it was underneath him, he was 80 degrees and like he's cold. The ground was cold. And the other thing I had to ask is, where's the blood?
Yeah.
Where's the 3 liters of blood, man?
Where's the vomit? Can't miss that. So
where is it?
Check this out. Speaking of deputy chief, Mike,
I know, right there.
I went to his house.
I know that. I remember this.
I've set those cameras up. But if you can see the lens, it can see you, Mike.
Yeah, that's a good point. And those aren't cheap ones. Those are good ones. Those are. I guess being an officer of the law, you'd want that around your house if you're putting bad guys away and stuff. But
I didn't trespass. I was on the street, and look at what I see here with my phone. It's better. That one's looking down. I'll give you that.
This is about last time this year because I see the pumpkins out there.
Yep, about a year ago.
Yeah.
Mike, it,
Pastor Pepper, thank you.
it,
Yeah.
it would these cameras these cameras would have caught the vehicle driving down that road.
Right
It would have
there.
it
Right,
would
right,
it would have
right
caught
there.
the light,
Right. Yep. Right there.
right? Whether it
Yep.
caught the vehicle, it would at night. Remember, it was night, snowing,
Yep.
reflecting. You would see the vehicle going
You would have
back.
seen the backup lights. You would have seen a whole lot.
Real good picture too, wouldn't it be? Be
Yeah.
great. Look at
Yeah.
it's
I
not
know.
just small, Mike. It's not very big at all. The whole area is small.
No. You know. And I forgot about the snow illuminating everything too. I mean, you would have seen the lights very, very clearly. Very clearly.
Right.
Interesting.
See how the road goes up and it kind of when it goes and turns.
Yeah. Good tune, by the way, there.
Yeah.
All right. Get some
so-
Amy membership for a month. Thank you, man.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Amy, thank you. And what was the other one I saw? You made a comment.
Yeah.
Please pass the
Pass the
pepper.
pepper.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. You guys
Yeah,
wonderful. Thank you.
We-
Wow,
Right? We're doing memberships now. It's kind of cool.
that's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. And I just can't, again, back to the blood. If Karen hit him,
Oh,
there would have been blood all over her car. They would have been, yeah, fuse face down first, Dennis. You're right.
Yep.
And they would have seen it in the phone. Blood would have been all over that grass.
you wouldn't miss it, right? Especially with
Would
the
it-
white Mike.
It would have
Oh,
melted that where the snow was on the ground at the time, the half inch or whatever was there, would have melted it all.
And you know that what they did find are little droplets of blood. They saved
Yeah.
it in solo cups, right?
Right.
Where's
Is
the where's the puddles of
I mean, a
vomit
puddle,
blood? I mean, they
It
mixed
would-
together.
it'd be huge.
It was all over him. Where is
It'd be all over the snow. And if they found him face down and they rolled him over, that means the blood was coming out from the back of the head, rolling down the side of his face. So it's just so much to this. I mean, this doesn't make sense. Does not make sense at all. I mean, like trying to put it together, like, where's the blood? If he lost 3 liters of blood, where is the blood? It's
all
on the
this,
ground.
Mike? All this from a glancing blow to the arm with no broken bones.
Yeah, right. I know.
Where are the hematomas on his arm that got ripped out of his socket when it spun around?
Right.
It's not the movies, Mike.
I know. It's not a movie. You're right. This is real life shit, man.
And I feel bad. Karen wakes up every day with this type of nonsense over her head. How does she fix that?
She talks about it.
Mike, $5,000 per swab.
Yeah, I found that odd. Like,
Wow.
I know. So when they say, storage container, I'm not going to say it's not like some lab that she's got stored. She's probably got it in the air.
Climate control, sure.
Storage shed somewhere. I don't know.
Yep.
But I mean, they took the whole rug. Even if they had replaced the rug, if there was anything anywhere, it absorbed through the back of the rug underneath it, like through the carpeting from the below, from the even the doorknobs were taken, even the bulkhead was taken. It gives you a sign. I know. It just tells you what's up. And all you have to do is find one piece of blood of John's in the house, and it's over.
Why would he say just tell him that the man never came in the house?
I know.
The man.
Exactly. Exactly as
Amy.
Brian would say. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. 3 pints. Is that pints? I think she said 3 pints of
I think 3 liters. 3 liters.
3 people's blood DNA on
His genes. Yeah.
his genes.
So not only John's DNA, but 2 other unknown people DNA was found on his genes that were never tested.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Right? I know. So yeah, not DNA, but the blood. I believe it was blood. It wasn't DNA. It was actually blood. I don't know. I think it's people were saying his jeans were washed and all this other shit.
And
But
and this,
if John was in that house and he bled, there is DNA in that house still.
how can
guy.
it not? How can it
Yeah.
not?
You know how hard it is to get rid of 3 liters of blood?
Sure. No, I don't, Mike. I don't go around doing stuff like that.
Well, if you ever went hunting and
Uh-oh.
you gutted up a deer and you drained a deer, a deer's a pretty big thing. It's a shitload of blood. It's a shitload of blood. It's not like it's just drip and you're done. It's like it saturates the area. But go ahead. I'm sorry. What?
No. What are you doing? You get an hour?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
An hour? Yeah. Why?
You wanna go first or second?
What are you talking about?
Boom.
Oh, the new trial came out.
I just hit refresh. Up it comes.
I hit it. Start it up, buddy.
Oof.
I'm not. It's tough for me to read. My glasses, I can read, but yeah, it's out. Wow. Oh, they got Birchmore's cases in there.
Oh, Aiden's in it. Turtle Boy.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Getting the credit he deserves.
I mean, we can let people read it for themselves, but if you want to read it, go ahead, man. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Lock this whack job up.
Yeah. I read it yesterday. And
Sally puts up everything. Wow.
The one I read yesterday, I kept the bad words out of it in case it's try to keep it family friendly. So I intentionally did that. Mr. Higgins, Brian Higgins on the left. Right, buddy? Let's go to Avon, my boy. This is a long article, Mike. Wow.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Mike, I'll do this after. What else is
after?
Yeah. Man,
how's that? Because people are gonna right now. They're gonna be,
good picture, Karen. Look at that, man. Look at the picture of the fans over here to the right.
Yeah.
Great picture of everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she on the final night of her. Yep, she plays on Spotify. Yep. Okay.
So Mike, this is huge.
Wow, geez, that's a long article.
Look,
there's the cups. There we go. Holy shit! This
article. Another good picture, Karen.
Yeah.
Always working, man.
Isn't that funny? She keeps a go bag.
Yeah, that's
toothpaste and everything like that.
Again, smart lady, very smart. Reed feels a momentum toward justice. It's starting, one domino after the other, she tells me. I just don't know how long the trail of dominoes is. Are there 10? Are there 100 or more? I don't know how long it takes to get there, but I know there's a big explosion at the end. Boom. Love it.
That's awesome, man.
Good for Julie Miller. She nailed this one. Good for her.
I'm glad she spent 3 days there. Too.
Yeah, can you imagine staying, Mike, in someone's home, the suspect's home of the murder suspect? I mean,
right. I mean, and she was pregnant, and she spent 3 days there, and no lawyers, dude. It was just her.
Just straight up.
Yeah, he mentioned that. They mentioned the Sanders case in there. Yeah, Carino's probably a big part of this article. So I'm sure people are going to break it down today. Yeah.
I'll at least read it to you guys so that you guys can hear it. Put your earbuds in and then listen to it. So I got a part 1 up and part 2.
Good job, man.
Sweet.
Good job. Yeah.
All right. So that's on the list of stuff to do today.
Hey, look at that picture on the right-hand side right there. That's a good picture of Karen right there, too.
It's a great picture of her. I mean, I'm impressed with what they did. I'm impressed with. Oh, Miss Noma. Thank you for being a new member.
All right, cool, man.
Sweet. Let's do this.
But did you back to the first page of the article?
Yeah.
Did you see how many people declined to comment? The DA, the ADA, all the Alberts, Jed McKenzie, the McCabe's, Canton PD.
If my friend was accidentally, intentionally or whatever,
Right.
harmed
Right.
by somebody, I don't care who it is, I'd be
Right.
pissed. I'd be screaming and yelling to anyone that will listen to me.
All right.
But if they cared so much, where are they, Mike?
That's right. So that's my point. Like the other point I have too is like, if you're Paul O'Keefe and you're Peggy O'Keefe,
Yep.
why haven't you visited Uncle Joe's house, so to speak, or talked to Josh and said, "Hey, Kate, give me the skinny. What am I doing here? Was I lied to?" Because listen, here's the other thing. Mike Proctor did not stop looking through that phone when he saw a text between Annette and Karen because she had not texted him until days later.
She didn't have an attorney at the time.
So he kept going.
So he lied too.
Right. So back to your point, he could have told someone in that family, we have incriminating texts of Karen admitted to it. And, I could see the family buying into that because when Karen got to the house, Peggy said, I think he was hit by a car.
And imagine if Proctor came to her and said, you know what? I think you get hit by a car also. Now,
Right.
That validates her. And she
Right.
got a tail light over here. I got the 30, Mike, the freak.
He lied. He lied on the stand about stopping looking because he saw a text between Karen and David Yannetti. And I truly hate that man. I truly hate that man. And he lied. There was no text between Yannetti and Karen because Bill Reed is the one that Googled his name.
Imagine that.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And you don't text an attorney. You call first. You call him and talk to him.
The key cycle was when the 24.27 miles an hour. That was the keys. The key cycle was when they put that on the friggin' flatbed from her house. The car was stuck in the snow.
I know.
They spun the tires before it got up onto the friggin' ramp. What they don't show you, Mike, is the distance traveled. They will tell you that. It was 7 revolutions of a tire.
Wow.
It just doesn't happen.
Right. I mean, how many times did they walk by the tailgate at One Meadows? All those people and never saw it. I mean, you had the guy blowing snow. You had the 3 girls walked by it. Paul O'Keefe was there. Peggy O'Keefe was there. Mr. O'Keefe was there. Right.
Family meeting. Absolutely.
All right. And no one sees the taillight all smashed up. Sees that little dent that we talked about. Right.
Yep.
From when she backed into the car. Right. No one's talking about that. And all of a sudden, now John's Traverse is allegedly fixed. And Sean on the golf is adamant about that. And I believe him. Because I know Mr. O'Keefe. I played basketball with the guy. The guy's a straight shooter, man.
Mike, the story that I'm told about that to validate what Sean says, okay?
Yeah.
It came from the same person. This person walked in to somebody's body shop.
Yeah.
Who's also a Canton police officer, who's also involved in this, who, for whatever reason, chain of custody doesn't happen to fit here for whatever reason, because that's just messed up.
Right.
But no, we'll let that slide. The vehicle was in his possession, in his body shop, getting fixed. If John was at 34 Fairview, well, then nobody could have damaged the vehicle. How did the vehicle get damaged? Why was it being fixed?
Oh, Karen backed into it, right?
They said no.
Well, we videoed. That was the biggest battle in court. We saw the tires move. Remember, slow motion. People would say, "Oh, it did move. It did." Well,
they deny it. So then, why was the car there being fixed if that didn't happen?
Right.
You can't have it both ways, and they're trying.
You did the measurements. The measurements line up with that dent in the back of the car of the Lexus and that corner.
They match. Yes,
they do.
Karen's that was a big truck. That was a high vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
Go look at a new Suburban, a new Tahoe. They're not low to the ground.
No, I remember that, dude. This whole fucking thing drives me crazy, man. Tom, there's so many loose ends. So many fucking loose ends.
And they never followed up on it, man.
They don't close them either. They don't tell you why. And once you have a quiet, they don't tell you anything. You got Traub that left. You got Morrissey's second in command gone. You got people rehomed. Tully's gone. Buchanan. Did you hear last night? The girl that drove, the mother that drove the lady to D&E to McCarthy's got served. Did you? I couldn't fucking believe that.
Because she was like the getaway driver, Mike.
She was an accessory.
Accessory after the fact.
I was like, I stopped this morning. I paused it. I rewound it to make sure I fucking heard that right. I was like, Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Mike, it's not right. There's some not right stuff out there. How you and I haven't locked up yet is just.
I've been kidding, dude. They'll come get you too. Now Flip isn't way down in Philadelphia. He keeps on saying to me, if I come up and visit Mike, they're gonna come get me. I go, I'm not saying they won't, dude. It's Canton. He starts laughing. But I'm telling you, when I heard that the mother of the driver of the car got a summons,
yep,
I had to rewind it and listen to it again.
Mike,
now is she gonna Friday's gonna be a shit show?
Yeah,
we need people there Friday. It's gonna be beautiful. All right.
Friday is the day to come and support these people. These are all just like Rich. They're all wonderful people, just like Rich, normal guy trying to go through life. Rich owns a business, employs people. I mean, he contributes to society. Good person, great person. We want to help these people. And this lady's getting charged for bringing her daughter
to lunch. And she found a rubber ducky in the bathroom, allegedly, right? At McCarthy's. And put it outside. So I don't know the whole story. I don't want to put words in their mouth.
Accessory after the fact. They
and
got
then the person driving the car, her mother. All right, so this lady's got to be what, 80? 80 years old? Drove away and she's charged with accessory.
But didn't we see cameras that picked up the whole accident scene? Don't we have that? Didn't they follow up with that?
Which accident scene?
Across the street from 34 Fairview?
Oh, that's such bull.
Wait. Let's just go right directly to 34 and get those cameras that were there.
Oh, well, I didn't install them yet.
What do you mean? The old one's on there. You didn't put them up.
I took the new ones down, and I've yet to put up the new ones because I got them for Christmas as a gift and just haven't had the time to do it.
Maybe your neighbor will watch your house while you're doing that.
I'm being sarcastic, people. This is the line we're being fed. Now, if this was anybody else, telling a state trooper or a cop or grand jury saying, "Hey, listen, I just didn't put them up," I don't buy it, dude.
Mike, they tried to indict Karen and Aiden on conspiracy, and they said no.
I know, and you can indict a ham sandwich.
Stretch. If they get Mike, you can indict a ham sandwich. Must have been bologna.
Yeah, fake ham.
Right.
Yeah.
So thank God for that. That they didn't have to deal with that on top of it. But her legal bills, Mike, that number $5 million.
I know.
In the state has 10 amount of money they can throw at this.
Of our money. Oh, fuck me, man.
Morning, Miss Shelby. I hope you're doing well, sweetie.
Yeah. The other thing too, when Jen called in, so there's a guy unresponsive,
Man down.
That's fucking scary shit when she said that.
Yeah.
She knew exactly who it was, man. Good point, Martin. Yeah. I mean, there's so much we can do. So much we can. Yeah.
You want to take some calls?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let's put the number up.
Just make sure we get people there Friday. People. Yeah.
Friday is very important, people.
There's Tom CPU's number right there.
You guys want to chit chat?
I know that we had people from all over the country listen to the other one, man. Holy shnikes.
Dude, all over the world now. Miss Shorty's down in Australia and Aussie down there, and
I see it's springtime down there now. She's posting pictures of flowers and stuff. And hey, what about was it H.W. Haley on your case?
Yeah,
as a guy, it was a man. I didn't ever do that. That was funny. That was funny shit, man. That was funny as shit. I was like, oh man.
I think he's also a victim witness advocate.
Oh really?
Yeah. So he actually helps people.
Oh good.
Isn't that pretty? I mean, that's pretty cool.
Was it Walbright? Is that the last name he uses?
Yeah.
Now she's been on Twitter fucking from the jump. I mean, I don't remember
yeah.
not
Yep.
never seeing them. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. If anybody wants to butt dial in, go ahead. We'll take a call. So make
Yeah.
sure make,
I mean,
make sure it's not a butt dial. Oh, this Vanity Fair is just not a local Boston paper like Boston Magazine. This is all over the country, Europe. You know, this is a big fashion magazine. You know, this is like a beach magazine. This is like every person that goes into a go shopping for groceries grabs this magazine as they're checking out. You know, it's like a $7 magazine. It's not and you can see why they spend the money on these people to go and spend 3 days with a convicted alleged murderer, and she spends 3 days with it. And even she said I felt a little different spending
well,
time at 3 days at allegedly.
yeah. Well, I mean, and that's not a normal thing to do either, right?
Yeah, but to have Karen not have a fucking lawyer there and have the lawyer say, "Hey, listen, say what you want." That's not even heard of, Tom.
Can you imagine like the Menendez brothers doing that? Either one of them speaking straight up without a lawyer?
No,
Oh,
no.
call.
All right. A little ding. Etsy, good morning.
Hello?
Keep
Hello?
going, Etsy.
Hello? Good morning.
I can hear somebody.
Can you hear me now?
No,
Can
no,
you hear
I
her?
can't. No, I thought I heard something in the beginning.
I can hear you great. How about anyone else?
No.
All right. Hi, how are you? I'm doing well. I don't know why you guys can't hear this.
We're
That's
new
on
to this. We're working on it, so stay with us. Where are they calling from, Tom?
South Carolina. It's reality check on the phone.
Oh, South Carolina.
Yeah. Bum. How come
What
it
if you
doesn't?
call them back? What if do you have the number? We'll call them back.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
want
know.
me to try and give you a ring back? See if that works? Or you want to just call back? Yeah, listen. Just call right back. All right. Bye. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I would like to listen to reality checks. This
Yeah, no,
person's good.
she's on it.
That's a female?
Yes.
You sure? Are you
Yes.
sure?
Yep.
Okay.
She's
Reality bite, my boo. My boo. Shelby, good to see you back in here, girl.
yeah, Shelby's there.
Remind me, I need that link if you can text it to me, Tom, for Shelby.
Yeah.
All right. Or Shelby, text it to me or whatever. Someone get it to me, please. Or post it in the chat, please.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but I can't hear the phone call now.
How about you? Reality check? Mike, can you hear reality check?
Cannot, sir.
Okay. Can you hear reality? Oh, let me add her to the share screen. How about now? Mike, can you hear her now?
Hey, Mike.
Oh yeah. Hey, what's up?
Let me try.
Mike's not
I-
able to-
Yeah, oh no,
I can hear her.
Mike can hear you.
Yeah.
You can hear
Yep.
me?
Yep. Let's go. Tom.
Right.
Tom just got to answer the questions
So
though. Okay.
these articles are bringing a lot of stuff to light, and it's really interesting that we're not getting any responses from the other side, really, other than the comments about how Karen must have done something to their forensic analyst to get them to say the 227 actually happened.
Well, didn't they accuse her of also manipulating the camera system? Like, because
Oh, you mean that
at home, at
deleting
Meadows.
deleting the ring footage, even though Patrick said clear in court that Karen didn't have access to it.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yep,
So
certainly did.
how would that happen if she didn't have access to it? How does she get into it?
She's magic.
A lot of magic going around. So
Yeah.
from all the way from South Carolina, what did you think about the article?
It's very, very enlightening. It's the only thing that concerns me is what the court system is going to say, because she has given these interviews in regards to holding off the civil case. As backwards as they are being up there in the system, and who's to say that, Bev's not going to make a phone call and say, hey, that Fifth Amendment right doesn't count here. The whole system is backwards. And for me, the hardest part with the article is why are the O'Keefes not talking? Why are the McCabe's not talking? Why are the Alberts not talking? Because they know that the truth is going to come out. This whole situation is being run obviously by Jen behind the scenes.
Right.
And she's run the narrative from the get-go. She put herself in that position so that she could control who was told what, and she's continuing to pull the strings. There's the rumors are out there that Brian and Nicole are separated, and I've heard from somebody that that's straight out true.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
They're falling apart little by little, but Jen is holding on for dear life. She really is.
And she kind of she has to stay with the story that's out there. Like they're locked into exactly what they said is, hence the butt dial question again this morning, right? How many times have you butt dialed somebody today?
Today, not at all.
So
I haven't butt dialed anybody in about, I don't know, a year or so. Because my phone has a lock on it.
Aiden pointed something out last night. When Lally got up there and said, well, that's not true, they just accepted it and moved on. Like they didn't even go deeper into whatever it was. And that was allowed. The Ford Edge. Yeah, there was a Ford Edge there. Okay. So was it or was it not snowing? Like, forget about the edge all of a sudden. How's that work?
Well, the whole thing that they're allowing them to deviate from their grand jury testimonies. They have changed their stories how many times? They're allowed to do it. There's no stopping them from changing it, and you're just supposed to accept everything that they say is fact, and all your officers are stupid idiots and didn't write anything down, especially things like I hit him, or this is my sheriff's testimony changed 3 times. His report says one thing, his grand jury report said another thing, and then he says another thing when he comes up in front of the last hearing. His statements changed 3 times.
So can I ask you a question? In South Carolina, if there was a police officer that ended up unresponsive in the same condition John was on the lawn of anybody, okay? And the kid inside who hated that guy, hated the cop. Well, the kid inside, he left like right before this guy got there. And that guy ended up like dead on the lawn. Wouldn't you question the driver of the vehicle that picked him up? Maybe that driver hit and run the cop? Like that vehicle could have done the damage to John.
Personally, I have a huge issue with all of that. Down here, they would have immediately gone in. The whole block would have been blocked off. There would have been crime scene tapes and cars blocking both sides. They would have been out there. CSI would have been called, not the CERT crew. They called the CERT crew because they knew darn well that CSI would have done a thorough job. They would have been out there with heaters. They would have melted the snow. They would have found everything, and that scene would have been secured until they were completely done.
Right.
That was deliberate. In my opinion, that was deliberate.
But wouldn't you question the driver that picked up the kid that left? before?
I don't. My personal opinion. I've talked to John about this before. My personal opinion is Allie was never at that house.
Okay.
She never picked Colin up there. First of all, the messages, if you see up above, he says he's at Mike's house. I think she got a ride to Mike's house, from Mike's house to the Albert's house.
Okay.
Because we never hear how he got there.
Right.
We never hear how he got there. But he's asking her above there about Mike's. I'm at Mike's. And the messages are really suspicious. Then they say 360 shows her at the high school. The woods are there. They go straight back. I don't think Jen would allow her daughter to come over there and be seen there, because she knows it's a crime scene and she's not going to want her daughter to be spotted anywhere near there.
So she
That's
sends
why
it
I
to the
think
high
Colin
school
went through the
instead.
woods.
There you
Yep.
go. That
She
makes
is not going to
that
put her
makes
daughter
sense.
to be spotted there.
Oh.
She's not going to have Allie there to be spotted
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
at all.
Absolutely. Boom. 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 Boom.
She's not going to do that.
True. That's so just
What's the number one thing she does? She
protect
protects her
family,
children.
Right. Yep. Wow.
She would not allow her daughter to come there and pick him up.
Mike, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I always thought that too. I thought maybe even Higgins might have walked with Colin to the high school as well. But then that's how he got to Canton PD, because he didn't bring his Jeep there, obviously, right?
Right. Wow.
So, you know, there's a lot of shit going on. But I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yep.
A mother bear is going to always protect her cubs.
absolutely. Yeah.
They'll fight to the death. That's human
No,
nature too.
he took Junior's car.
Okay, he might have. I'm not sure. Like, did he take the Ford Edge? Did he put the Ford Edge up there? It was a Brian Jr.'s car. I don't know.
Back later on in the night with the Edge to drop it off.
Well, Chris Albert clearly states in his testimony, Brian Higgins, Brian Albert arrived together.
Mhm.
Brian Higgins, Brian Albert left together.
They went to New York together, didn't they?
Mhm.
Well, no,
They met down
Brian
there.
Albert flew
Yep.
with Eddie Hernandez and somebody else. And then Brian Albert and Brian Higgins drove back together. We never get a full story as to where they went between there and Hillside. My other thing was, you can look at both of them and see they did not come dressed for a funeral from
No. Yeah.
Hillside or anything else. They were not dressed in their blues.
Correct.
So we don't have any explanation to where they went and changed. We have, why is Brian Albert's car up at another police station if he's flying?
Where are the uniforms? Mike,
We don't get that. We don't get that information.
where are the uniforms?
And then
Yeah, good point.
they come together, they leave together, which means Brian, and even the testimony that was given on, I wasn't sure if it was Levinson or Junior who said that Higgins and Brian Albert came in the house together. And then Nicole came after.
So they're attached at the hip, no matter what, Mike.
They were together that night.
All the time.
So, and there are only two people claim to have seen Higgins's Jeep, Matt and Jen.
That's right.
Matt and Jen are the only ones who said they saw the Jeep. Nicole never said she saw the Jeep.
And Higgins.
And he
Higgins
says,
said
I
there
made
was
a sweep of the driveway. There was no
That's
snow on
right.
the driveway at that point.
Yeah, he said he did a backdraft with his
So he
Jeep. I
goes
remember that.
in
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Albert,
It wasn't even
and then
snowing.
he leaves.
No, Billy.
Well, he leaves. What does he take? If he drove there with Brian Albert and nobody saw the Jeep but those two, he took
Right.
I think he took Junior's car and went over to the station
Okay.
to make sure nobody called in.
Right.
Because
Well,
when you look at that driveway,
Yeah.
when they're taking pictures, you don't see Junior's car.
Correct. And there's no car to put the Dunkin' Donuts in. Remember? She came and put the Dunkin' Donuts in the car. The car's not there in any of the pictures. What car? Show me.
Yep.
On the
Yep.
dash cam video, there's no car. That's at 6
Yep.
o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Oh, it's getting juicy. It's getting juicy.
It's
Yes, it
wrong,
is.
Mike. How are we able to figure this out and they're not?
They don't ask the questions we ask.
Man, got some sharp people on our side. I keep saying we're blessed, man. We have the good ones.
Reality checks with a
Yep.
bomb.
Nobody ever
Wow, that puts a lot
says
of stuff together.
Uh,
two people saw that.
well,
And
well,
one, the first thing
Brian
that should
Higgins
have
said.
done
Brian
that
Higgins says he
happened
drove it there.
is all
Yeah.
of the camera footage should have been found, and every single vehicle that came there and left there should have been tracked with all the cameras.
Exactly. How
Oh,
come? Listen,
yeah.
the deputy chief may not have seen the incident that night, but he did capture stuff that day. Where's all that footage?
Yep.
Oh, you mean the morning of, like six
That's what
o'clock in the
would have
morning?
been
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
of it.
here. All
Any
of
of it, Mike.
all the street cameras would have been called to follow everybody home to verify their stories.
Flock cameras
Yep.
that you guys pay so much money for, Mike.
I know.
Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely ridiculous.
You brought up some
My
good points
husband's
there.
grinding
Yeah.
coffee.
Great point. Wow, man.
Well, let's let somebody else call in.
All right.
Listen,
I think that
thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I can't wait to see what happens this Friday. I hope you're going to stream it again.
Absolutely. Count on it, without a doubt. Just
All
for
right.
you.
I will be
tell-
there watching.
Tell the Vanity Fair
Okay.
article's up too. If she wants to read it.
Yeah, part 2's up. Oh, she's gone.
Remember, she's listening on the TV.
Yeah, Vanity Fair part 2. Reality check. That was a great call. Man, she's
Thank you.
great.
Yeah.
Isn't she great?
Thank
I
you.
told you she was
Yeah.
wonderful. Look at she's already
I
got
never-
my mind just going kaboom again. Every time I talk to her, it's
Uh,
like I can't handle it. It's so much.
Yeah. So you say,
Got it all, Mike. She knows she's got this thing all figured out already. I'm telling you.
well, yeah, but I think a good point was that Kelleher. Okay, he didn't catch the hitting or even the body being placed out there. But what about the fucking 6 o'clock in the morning bullshit?
Bingo.
So you're telling me it was out all night?
And that dude called the police
That's right.
department that
That's right.
morning.
Because
So
he was up.
He knew.
And those pictures in Vanity Fair of the lights flashing and the snow. Are you shitting me? And Chloe's not barking? Come on, man.
Chloe may have left with
With who?
that breakdancing type of guy. Trisket, Trisket man.
The dancer?
Yeah, Trisket.
Yeah.
I think
So-
he took the dog, I think.
Yeah, that's the story. But good point about Allie not even going there because Life 360, right? Maybe
Right.
doesn't even put her there, but it puts her at the high school.
Boom. And she's got all the reasons she's right in the age. Yep, she's going to high school. Wow.
But here's the thing, though. She allegedly told everybody she was home at 12:15, right? Because she gave caller a ride home at 12:15 because that means he wouldn't have been there. Right, that's what you have to remember. Like, it's how did Colin leave that house? Remember, he wrote, "I'm here, pick me up." But
Mhm.
what we're saying is from Mikey's house. They're saying it was from 34 Fairview.
Right.
And Bev allowed that to be put into evidence. A screenshot of a text message.
That wasn't
And we-
even verified.
Right. And then she's vordeering the fucking crash daddies. She's vordeering fucking testimony from a medical doctor from California. Just like it's whacked.
Make it make sense.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. Like, Bev, like, please. It's so obvious what you're trying to do. It's for like, the whole world's watching. Trust me, I'm a dumb guy, but I can see it. All right, I'm not that smart. I'm going to law school.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, you get my point. I'm just saying, like, I'm not the brightest, like, but it's
I know.
pretty obvious what they're trying to do. You know, like Karen said in the article, they want a pound of flesh at any cost. Because if she pleads, this goes away. All right, we're safe. She's going to do the time. She's pleading out. You know what she said? Fuck you.
Yeah, wrong person to plea out.
You know, she gave the cancel. She gave him the Canton salute more ethically than I can do it. You know, with a little bit more taste and class. But me, I would have been like all up there. I would have been all over them with words. I would have been calling them every name in the fucking book.
Like the Vanity Fair article said, if it was you, you'd be screaming from the rooftops.
Right now,
How can you not?
how I said no one from the other side wants to oppose anything that Karen Reed's saying, right? Doesn't want to get interviewed by her. Karen invites this lady to spend 3 days with her, okay, with no lawyers.
Unedited, unfiltered, complete access.
With no lawyers. That's unheard of. Give me someone out there that's smarter than me or Tom. Give me another article that was written about someone that was allegedly guilty that let an article editor, writer stay with them for a couple of days to prove, to talk about any questions they want, and unfiltered, no lawyers. I can't think of one person. They all say they're innocent, right? Even though they're guilty.
Well, of course.
But we have somebody that's really innocent, and I'll let you talk to me. I'll open my doors to you. You can spend the night with me, and we can have coffee in the morning, and we can talk about whatever you want. Yeah, we were intimate the night before. Yeah, I wanted to see the kids. Yeah, Peg said, I think he was hit by a car. All these things that come out that make total sense. I never texted David Yannetti. Proctor's lying. He didn't stop looking. He kept looking. Mr. Reed Googled Mr. Yannetti. How she applied for Jackson to get involved with this made total sense. He gets 100 requests a month. He makes $2,000 an hour.
Ouch.
I come close, Tommy, on this channel. You know that. The reason paying is she's $1,000 an hour to do this. So just so you know, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, take my bank records. I make all right. I do all right, but but come on. And then they took Turtle Boy's bank records like without a warrant. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you? Bullshit, man. Like,
right.
I don't want the government.
Mike, hold on. I got
Yeah.
I got a question. This is important.
All right, go ahead.
Is anybody that's here, anyone that's paid for a membership, is anyone having membership issues? Like Turd Ferguson, see how she's green in Etsy's screen, right? It means they paid for a membership. The little symbol behind it, that means they're a member.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right.
Is anyone having problems? Cindy is. Okay. Anyone having problems with their membership? Real quick.
I'm not Tom. Hey, I'm going to send you something right now that Flipper just did out of the Vanity Fair. And it's a good question. He's got highlighted. Can you just read it, Tom, when I get to you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Hold on. It's going to come to you right now. It's going to be in your main. It's just going to be tagged with you in it. All right.
Yeah,
it's not going to be in your mail. It's okay.
Yeah.
Here's some stuff highlighted. I'll be right back.
Yep. I mean, I think this is kind of cool, guys. This is we're flexible. You know what I'm saying? We're able to zig and zag, they say. All right. Let's find it here. Here it is. Oh. All right. We're going to share this, guys. Here we go. Nice. This is from Vanity Fair. I need this quote about a juror's reaction to Jen McCabe's testimony framed. Say it louder. Here we go. It's from Joe Flipperhead. Jackson's cross-examination of McCabe became so heated, with the prosecution witness repeatedly asking to see her prior grand jury statements, that, as one juror told Vanity Fair, it felt like they should have been served drinks and appetizers. Supposedly, this is the most traumatic thing of your life, and you don't remember what you said? The juror adds. There are so many times I wanted to just yell out, can you shut up? Tell the truth. Just tell the truth.
Right? Is that cool or what?
Listen, whatever juror said that, like legitimately, whatever juror said that, thank you for having the guts to stand up and say, hey.
Right.
So
what juror was that actually? Like who was like? Thank you for doing that, by the way, because we know the whole jury questionnaire was convoluted and just such bullshit. And then when she mistrialed when she said it was a mistrial, she didn't even give the defense 7 seconds to object or ask why.
You get an hour to close.
Right. But then she calls the mistrial. that she doesn't even look to the defense and say, "Do you have any questions for me?" or the jurors or anything. Nothing. Well, thank you for your service. You're dismissed. It's over. Bullshit. I mean, we could sit there for Tom. I could sit there for 5 hours and do
Mike,
call and talk about this all day.
that just ensured that she get a check next week and the week after that until that day comes where they don't get that check.
Right.
That's all that this is about. You think they care at the end about Karen or Aiden in any way? No.
Yeah, you keep telling me, you blew my mind a while back when you said, Mike, it's not about protecting people, it's about the money. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And you're right. Even the farther we go into this stuff, it's about the money, man. Follow the fucking money.
And
right?
it's not hard.
No, I can see what I mean. If I have Mr. Gallagher, Lieutenant retired Gallagher, make $80,000 less than the president of the United States for being a cop.
Mike, the lady who does the friggin' medical examiner's office, the one in charge, makes almost $500,000 a year.
And she's incompetent.
Or it's intentional.
Right. I keep on getting those. I forget that other one. It was incompetent, intentional. I get always get it mixed up. Sorry.
But again,
and you know what? And I think she's a pushover. The state police play yuck it up, and blah blah blah. We'll go, and she's like, okay. She's never been called out on it before. Her ass is covered with both hands, by them, and they get what they want. And hey, it's a great little system they got going down. But the gig's up, man. The gig's up. The gig is up.
Well,
morning, Joe. Hey, thanks for that article in the highlight.
Awesome job.
Yeah, if you see any more, I know you're gonna tear this up. But if you see any more things you want us to read this morning, jump on, or you want to call in, just jump. Tommy can send you a link if you want.
Right there.
Yeah.
No, you can call in if you want. It's cool.
All right, cool. Because he called me yesterday. I couldn't really talk. I was driving to do something and stuff. But he had some good questions. I was like, oh yeah. But I kept on saying to Joe, I go, Joe, tell me where the blood is. That's all I want to know. You tell me where that blood is, because it wasn't on the grass, it wasn't on the snow. It's inside the house.
It's somewhere.
And I believe that phone. I believe the phone left Kerry Robinson's hands, went to somebody there, and then went back into 34 Fairview in airplane mode. That's what I think. And Joe was telling me, well, but the pedometer will still work. I don't know. These are things I want to get an Apple expert on. This is why we need to call an Apple expert. Tom. So trial one, hey, yep. Great. We know when we made mistakes. Now we're going to be even better.
Well, but Mike, we're going to pay again to go through the same trial that already said that she didn't do it. Why we got to do this again?
Because we want the truth.
Drain the money out of her.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to do that because you know what? She's got an army of people with checkbooks behind her.
And people, we are having a fundraiser for Mrs. Karen Reed at the Star Drive-In. It's December 8th. It's going to be an absolutely fabulous time. And then we're going to have a fundraiser in February, beginning of February, for Aiden. That's going to be a great time. So this one's geared, the December 8th is geared toward the families, Christmassy. And
I would be surprised if she doesn't show up, by the way, people. I wouldn't be surprised if she makes an appearance. I'm not saying she would, but I mean, why not?
She lives in the area, and she's, and she's very grateful.
She does Vanity Fair fucking interviews. She doesn't. Why would she show up? She's got nothing to hide. Imagine doing a Q&A with her from the public. How awesome that would be. But I know it would be incredible. And here's the other thing about this goddamn civil suit with the O'Keefes.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. I'm on the fence about let it go, because this is what the McAlvins don't want. This is what we can start. They can start seizing phone records. They can start doing stuff that we can't do. Auntie Bev can't stop them. Remember that. She's not in this courthouse.
Right.
People. Good or bad as it might sound, she's not going to incriminate herself because she did nothing wrong.
But that's just look at the district attorney has got to burn her email, Mike.
I know. I don't even have a burned email. Okay. I don't even have one.
He's the district attorney.
Why would you need one?
Bingo.
Why would you even need one?
And think of the communication that's involved in that email.
Oh, I know there's been some FOIAs. I've seen some people on X ask that I've already done the FOIA, and I don't know what will happen. And that's the other thing. He spelled Karen Reed's name wrong. He spelled it REED on purpose, just in case a FOIA would happen. And people would ask for the READ last name, and you're not going to get it because the name's not there. And that's the other thing too. We'll go back to Enrique with the $176,000 FOIA request from the state police to process that is amazing to me. I'm almost at the point where we should start a GoFundMe and let's get it.
Public employees, public documents.
But you can go there and look at them then, right? Is what you're saying, Tom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And what's the question?
Why did Sean mention Tom in the car?
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I don't know why. I mean, I get in the car and I drive to court and we all chit chat, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of our thing. It's what we all we do that, right? It's what we all do.
I think it was good though. I don't think he was calling you out on something. I don't know.
Oh, we get a call.
I don't know, man.
Mike.
Yo.
Good morning.
Can't hear
add you. Can you hear this? Mike, can you hear that?
Hello?
How about now?
Hello?
Good morning.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, I got you.
Mike.
Testing.
Yep, I can hear him. Yep.
It's Etsy.
No. Hey.
Etsy.
What's up, girl?
I need more coffee. Hold on 1 second. Thank you, by the way. Oh, Mike, she's in front of the courthouse more than the freaking governor.
Hey, Tom, check your Twitter message from Joe Flipperhead. He's sent some more Vanity Fair questions when you get a chance. All right.
But say hi to Etsy. You get some coffee. Hold on.
Etsy, are you going to the State House today?
Mike, good morning.
Hey, how you doing? It's the State House, Etsy. What's going on?
I can't hear Mike.
Oh, you can't?
That's okay. I'll pretend I can hear you though.
Turn the TV up a little bit, or how you ever listen if you can.
Hopefully you just said something lovely and nice, and I'll say back, thank you. That's awesome.
All right. I can probably write something in the chat for you.
I don't know what's happening, but.
Can you hear me now?
Morning to everyone.
All right. Tom just went to get coffee, if anybody can tell her that.
It's overcast here in Boston.
Hold on.
I was going to go over to the State House again. Hopefully, maybe it'll clear up. But my jam, when it is, he's holding a finger. Can nobody hear me?
No.
It's okay. I fully participate in talking to myself a lot. You can hear me? Thumbs up? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You sound great.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You sound wonderful, by the way. So keep going.
She just can't. She can't. Tommy, she can't hear me. Yeah, she can't hear. She just can't hear me, Tommy. All right.
So what else was I saying? Yeah. I friggin' love going over to the State House with my sign by myself. I know people always say like, "Hey, give me a shout out if you want to go down. I'll join you." And I love having them wanting to join, but for me it's sporadically. Like if I'm in the mood where it's like, you know what, I just want to go down there with my sign, spread the word, talk to some people, and you never know who you see too. Like on Monday when I went down, Carl Dougal driving by in his truck.
That's the question I wanted to ask.
It was pretty awesome because I tried to get his attention. He wouldn't even look at me. 10 and 2 was his hands on the steering wheel, and he just kept looking forward. I'm over there like jumping up and down, saying, hi, Carl, look at me. Nope, nothing.
So I have a question. How many people come up to you and actually ask you, what's this Karen Reed? Like, what's this about? How many people would you say when you go to the State House, come up to you and ask that?
On Monday, there was 2 people.
Okay.
Usually it's because there's a lot of tourists on the ground too. Not just in the buses that drive by, like there's groups. And so sometimes somebody will wander off of their group and like come over to me and ask. And there was one day where there was just so many people coming up and asking. And people from out of the country coming and asking. Also, foreign exchange students just wanting to know. And a lot of people that just keep asking question after question. I love that too, because it feels like they're actually like really wanting to find out more in depth. And yeah, I mean, and I spew it all, and I say everything that I can in my brain that will allow me to remember. But it's great. And I thank them so much for even just asking. Like that's, I mean, hopefully I do seem approachable and that they can just come and talk. And
oh, you're very open when it comes to that. People, you know, I can see people gravitating to you just because you're there and you get all that energy. I just forgot the question I had. Oh my God.
Hey, the mods,
you
grab this
need
guy.
one of those buttons that I own.
Hey, Shelby, grab this Glenn
One
Lake
for
guy
it.
and bounce him, will you?
When I get a brain fart, you just press the button.
Done. Right.
It makes a silly sound.
So you go to the state house. Like I know parking's an issue. Well, how do you get there? Do you take the train?
No, well, I live close by.
Okay, so that,
number
all right.
one.
Yeah.
Number two, I have a scooter, and
Even
it's
better.
the best thing ever.
Yep, no
It's
doubt.
my electric scooter, and I just
Zip you around.
dodging that traffic. Yep.
All right, so
I mean,
people come by and you're out there with your sign dancing. Did you make up a dance for the Karen Reed movement?
I love that you asked this question. Yes, I did. To the Tick Tick Boom.
Yes.
And that was just an idea I had one day where it was like, what can I do more than I'm already doing? And I was like, everybody has this talent. They have these crafts. They have, they're giving up like their Star Drive-In for a day. And now Christmas is coming up. Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
So I was like, well, I can dance. And I used to be a dance teacher and I have a degree in it, blah, blah, blah. So I just was like, let's just do dance classes. And so I vetted that on the Justice page, and I got a great response. And then I just took ideas, and I did do a dance class on a Zoom. But I need to feel that in-person energy too when teaching a dance class. I mean, it went well, we had fun. But so I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to make up a dance to Tick Tick Boom, and I'm going to then see if people want to, donate money to Karen's Defense to get that video. And there were a couple of people, but now I'm just like, you know what, I want to just spread this joy of the dance itself instead of like keeping it to myself and only giving it to people that donate. I was like, you know what, this movement deserves this dance. This movement deserves this joy. So
Cool.
I'm just gonna give it. I'm gonna give it away.
We got a guy who created a song, Mike, and now we have a lady who created a dance. Like,
No,
again,
let's have it as
amazing,
an opening.
right? How do you quantify that awesomeness that we have?
Well, I just think people that get together for the
We
same
are
cause.
a spectrum of awesome people that want
That's
justice
right.
for Karen and justice for Officer John O'Keefe. I'm answering for you, Mike, because I can't even hear you.
What would I know you have an opinion, but what would you say to Karen if you were in front of her right now?
First of all, I give her a giant hug because I'm a hugger. And I would also say I'm so sorry for your loss. And I'm so sorry that people have pinned it on you. But I'm also in awe and just, you are like, thank you. Thank you for showing not just the world, but showing women that even with all these people in power, you can stand up to them, and it's a power and a voice that others look up to and can follow suit and know that if you stand by your innocence and you fight for your innocence, people will eventually see. and they will be behind you. I mean, thank goodness that Aiden, aka Turtle Boy, used his platform to bring it to his audience. It just was the perfect recipe of everything that brought this out to the masses. And then thank you for Vanity Fair for actually telling the in-depth story, because mainstream media and 2020, then Dateline, they weren't getting into the nitty-gritty. They were not getting into all those things that actually need to be heard by the public.
Right.
So it is.
I mean, they gave a great overview, but they didn't give detailed information like Vanity Fair is giving us.
Yep,
So
exactly.
I'm very happy that she got some good press finally. I mean, she deserves it. I mean, 2020, they could have done a lot more with that. They didn't. We know that. And again, like you said, thank God for Aiden for breaking the story and staying with it, because look at where we're at now. All of us, right?
Yep.
It's around the world. This is worldwide.
Yes.
And you're part
It
of it
needs
now.
to be worldwide, because
Oh, it does. You're right. Yep.
yeah, everybody needs to know the corruption that's going on in Norfolk County, because it needs to be pulled apart, dismantled. And that's my other thing too, about that the Canton resident that called in to the select board meeting, that Zoom call, how she's like, you're destroying our town. Your town needs to be destroyed and dismantled. Like, I don't like the word destroy, but it needs to be pulled apart and put back together, because it's disgusting. It's not a safe place. It's not run safe. It's not run right. It's not run by the laws, and it's not something that needs to be standing the way that it is. It needs to be pulled apart, dismantled, and put back together.
So what would be the first thing you would change with the Canton Police Department? One thing.
God.
One thing you can change.
About the whole police department?
Canton Police Department. Blank slate. What would you change about the Canton Police Department?
Rafferty either needs to go, or she needs to come clean about everything and be held accountable. And that's all we need, is for people just to come forward and tell the truth about everything. And I mean, whether or not you broke a law, then that's what you're going to have to be, held accountable for.
Yep.
And then go from there. But the public, especially in this movement, are very forgiving people. If you just come out and acknowledge you were wrong and you made mistakes, and then all can be forgiven. It can't, if you're going to stick by there and stand your ground on that. Nope. What I did was right. When all of us know what you did was wrong. And that's what pisses us all off, is that you're still standing on that mountain. You're still standing on that top, believing that you are right, believing that you've done everything in your citizens' best interest. We're not idiots. We're not blind to this. We all see it. So come clean and allow us to then forgive and move forward. Nobody can move forward when they see all of this happening, and nobody can trust when they see all this happening, and you're not fessing up, or you're not coming clean. That's all we ask.
You're right. And it's that trust you're talking about. It's that trust that they need to rebuild. You're so absolutely right. And it's destroyed, obviously, right now, right? And they have to rebuild that trust, because it's just not there.
Yep.
So you're right on the money with that. I think you're absolutely right.
It's the same with the quote unquote McElbert. Like, we all know it's so very obvious, and you don't need to stay in that belief that you guys have all made up. Nobody is going to persecute you here in the movement. I mean, you're going to have to, what is the word?
Face the music and accept what you did is wrong.
Yeah. I mean,
You know.
yeah.
But
But
you know
there's
what?
also getting deals. There's also making deals through the law. But for us in the movement, we'll embrace you just like we did with Christy.
Exactly. I want to get to that. So if somebody on the other side, for example, and I want to throw this out there so that it's out there, if somebody from the other side wants to come and join us, come find Etsy. You can't miss her. She's dancing, and introduce yourself, and that's all it takes. No more, no less. And from there, you'll see what I'm talking about, and it'll be the best thing you ever did. And I promise you, we accept everybody on this side.
Yep. And it's not that I don't hate anybody on the other side either, it's quote unquote other side.
Difference
I mean,
of
I kind of
opinion.
hate saying it like that, but I don't, there's no hate towards them. I don't wish ill will on anybody. But what I don't like and what I have a problem with is people attacking us just because we have different beliefs, attacking us by using foul language on social media, by posting horrible different pictures of people in this movement on social media. Like, I get it, you don't believe us, but to attack us in that way and then try to dox people to make them like scared to speak up or scared to believe what they believe and have their opinions, like, that's not democracy. That is not how things work in America. And having different opinions and having a different voice, it's actually healthy and it benefits everybody.
Right.
But to shut us up for it and then hate us for it, that's not the way to go about things at all. So, like I said, I don't hate anybody that has different beliefs in what I believe. I would just like them to also have an open mind and hear us out rather than just always sticking to their guns and being like, nope.
Very right.
I know she's guilty, and so whatever you say, blah, blah, blah. And then swear word, and then die. Like, all those things. It's like, how does that benefit you as a human being to be like that? Like, and I'm not forcing anybody to change their mind at all. I just want, like, freaking human connection, adult connection, to be able to have conversations that are civil, you know, and let us still have our voices without trying to shut us up. That's all.
I got a question. Why is it such a third rail to care about the untimely passing of John O'Keefe? Like, I care about that. We all care about that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Why is that a bad thing? Why is that a bad thing? Why are we getting why are we getting yelled at? Why are we being targeted because of what we believe, right?
Because I don't know, they think we have a different agenda about it, or that's their thing. Like, they're on that mountain going, justice for JJ, justice for JJ, and they don't like that we agree with them on that. They're like, wait a second, no, you're our enemy. Like, you can't be chanting that too. But no, that's always been our motivation. That's always been our goal.
Exactly. Because
you framed somebody else for it, so you're not going to get the justice when you're framing somebody else for it.
So you understand the question I had then?
Yeah.
And the lack of effort to even look in that direction, that's what the people are seeing. That's where that trust is broken. That's where they got to fix that. And maybe the lady in charge of that, and it's not a female male thing, but the person in charge of the Canton Police Department probably needs to be fixed. Mike could do a better job. Mike doesn't even have any training, and he could. And it's not even common sense. It's people sense. You know, the people that pay me, common sense says I do this for the people.
Ask her if she's going to be there Friday.
And so what does someone have on Rafferty? Like, it just feels like there is something that is tying her to not open up her eyes and see what we're all seeing. Like, she has to know that her department did a horrible, horrible investigation on a police officer's death. And has she ever come forward to saying that? to admitting that and saying we're going to do better moving forward for anybody. Like, the people need to hear this.
Yes.
They're not going to feel safe. They're not going to trust you. They're not going to trust your police officers, which everybody, suburbs or city, needs to know that they can trust police officers. That's the number one top priority of any place that you run or are in charge of. It's safety.
Yeah, but trust in the police department, especially in Canton, that's a tough ask. That's a
Oh,
really
yeah.
tough ask.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, I mean, this audit has gone forward. Baby steps, obviously.
Right.
But hopefully that's going to do something. Number one, to see what's going on. And number two, to light a fire underneath their asses to be like, look, change the way you're doing things. Because we're all going to see how things have been run.
Yep.
And so it's either start making the changes now to show us all that, like, yeah, we've been fucking up.
Mhm.
We're going to do better.
Mike wants to know if you're going to be there Friday at court.
Of course, yes.
Well, she'll be there. Of course, Mike.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
All right.
And I'm
Cool.
loud and proud about that. I was in the Canton parade.
Oh, cool. I
Proud
know
about
that.
that. And I was,
Oh.
oh my God, seeing you guys like on the sidewalk, like just lit up my heart.
Like,
Like,
right,
those are my people.
like right when you make the turn and you actually see the people out front waiting, isn't that a great feeling? Like they're already out there. Scott's out there with the flag, and there's a group, you can see them. That's awesome feeling when you see that.
Yeah.
Well,
Stuff,
on the
man.
Canton parade too.
Yeah.
I was
Were you in
when
the?
I was when
Did you do that?
I was there. I was a cute little ducky.
Okay. All right. I got the video. I was looking. There was a guy that came up to me, and it's a long story. I wasn't really
I saw
paying
that video.
attention. That guy's he's the one that wanted to fight me when I went in front of a courthouse for whatever reason. He wanted to fight me. That same guy.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Keep bumping into him.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, we hear it sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, if he feels like he can go on his day feeling good about what he just did to a person he knows nothing about. Personally, he does not know you personally. He knows what you stand for, but does he know you as a person? No. And so he just flipped off a person he knows nothing about. And so he's feeling like a good guy. He's feeling like a good person after that.
All right. That's on him.
That says a lot about who he is, if it does make him feel good.
And I didn't even see the Baba Papa walking by until he come right up to me. So he went out of his way to talk to me.
Yeah.
So either way.
We only had two people that didn't really. I mean, it was somebody in front of D&E with a dog, and we all just gloated on his dog and just paid no attention to the nasty words he had to say. And,
Wow.
and that's how we conducted ourselves the whole time. It was a beautiful day, beautiful weather. The energy of all the kids smiling and asking to take pictures with us and wanting to walk with us, wanting to walk with the ducky. I mean, the energy from all of that it's invigorating. And that's what it was all about, was to spread joy and show rubber duckies are so freaking cute.
Well, I know that every time I've seen you, you've been doing just that. You've been spreading love and joy to everybody. So, I mean, for that, we need cheerleaders. We really need cheerleaders in this movement, and you're the head cheerleader. So good job with that.
I'm just being myself, it's just who I am, and
nothing wrong with that. We actually, we appreciate that, and we see it. And that's kind of why we all kind of like you in that way, because you're who you are. If you want to dance, you're going to dance. And it's really cool to have people like you in this movement, because what's the other side got? They can't even wash their hair over there. So, but
well, I'm weird. I'm quirky. I don't really care what people think. It's getting a message out. And if that's what I need to do, and if that's what gets people talking good or bad, I'm willing to do it, because that's me. You can like me or not. I'm not for everybody. But for the people that I am for is the people that I love and the people that I want to surround myself with and the people that I stand next to strong and proud in this movement. Because I have met so many incredible people, you yourself included, and Boston Mike, and all of your mods, Shelby, Dog Mom. I mean, just these people, this energy. Brandy.
Time out. Brandy Churchwell of the 13th jurors here. She did
Wow.
an absolutely awesome interview with Aiden. You
Yeah.
gotta watch that. That was without a doubt just fabulous. Wow. She got a good
It was.
one of her best interviews, I think. It was so
Yes.
perfect.
And I love podcasts, and she's been my podcast go-to. Sorry, I keep stepping all over you, Tom.
Good to go. We're good. I'm small. I'm used to it. It's all right.
But I'm bumped.
There we go. So again, your energy that you bring to this movement is flat out just exactly what we need, because it brings so many people up.
Good. I mean, if that's what I can do, I'm here for it. You guys aren't getting rid of me.
Good.
And we're gonna see Karen either not have to go through the second trial because it's bullshit, or we're gonna see her acquitted. And all of my dancing girls, they're gonna have that routine down packed, and we're gonna do the tick tick boom dance right in the streets of Dedham Courthouse, and we're gonna just show them all that yep, this is us. We've known she's been innocent from the get-go, and it's gonna be a celebration.
Yeah, that day's coming, but we may have to go through another trial. So I have faith. Again, I have faith that the people will see the evidence for what it is.
Yep, we ain't got no quit.
And I know you'll be there. So that in itself is already a win, right?
Yes.
Listen, thank you.
I'll be everywhere.
Thank you for everything that you do. You really bring the message out there and get it out there nice and strong. So
thank you, Tom.
Much
Thank
appreciated.
you, Tom and Boston Mike. I mean, I watched your morning streams at the courthouse every single day because I couldn't get down there. I was there the last day of the hearing. I was there the first day of the trial, but then after that, you know, I had priorities and things I had to do. But having you be there with boots on the ground was everything. And you deserve all the accolades, and you deserve all the just everything
but
for doing that.
But like that's how it works, though, right? I mean, I do my part.
You're a huge part of this team. You're a huge part of this movement.
But again, like I do my part, you do your part, and someone else does this part, and the mods do this, which the mods are wonderful. Like everybody's working for the same goal. You know, we're working to get Karen free. With the underlying motive is for John O'Keefe. So we're doing two things at the same time. Right?
Yep.
We're getting justice for John by getting Karen justice.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
But and again, getting her justice involves us informing the public as to what's going on, and you're a huge part of it. So, with that, I thank you for that.
Thank you. And I'll leave with this one line. Jen McCabe, 100% Googled house long to die in the cold at 2:27 a.m.
She sure did.
Yeah. It happened.
It did.
Boom. Yes, it did.
All right. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
This is my pleasure. Thank you, and we'll see you dancing. We'll see you dancing around, I'm sure.
Yes, for sure. Happy Wednesday, all. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Man.
So Tom,
dude, she's awesome.
One of the first times I ever met Etsy or saw Etsy was at the State House. I probably saw her before, but here she is on the steps of the State House with a bullhorn.
Yep.
Screaming at Maura Healey.
Dude,
nonstop. Nonstop.
It doesn't stop. No, as she's dancing.
Right.
Yeah.
She had music going by herself she was standing by herself.
Mm-hmm.
She had all these signs with her. She had a boombox with her and a bullhorn, and she was going to town. I'm like, this girl is incredible. Actually, I took a couple of pictures of her I think she used one of them as her like profile for a while, and that's how we kind of get to we know each other by name, but I've never really met her. Never really met her. But hopefully I do someday.
Oh, she's that aura she has on the phone carries over to when you meet her. You'll know it's her because
Right.
she's just happy. She get like just
Well,
great happy person.
right. I saw some of the video of the Halloween party and stuff like that, and like, she's done everything. And here she lives in Suffolk. She's in Boston. She's in Suffolk County. She's not even in Norfolk County, but she's deeply involved in this, man. I didn't know she was.
She's all in. Oh, no doubt.
I can't wait to see the dance, man. Hopefully it's like the Michael Jackson Thriller.
Yeah, something's going on.
That'd be kind of cool.
Listen, I'm gonna share what Joe sent us. Thank you, Joe.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Vanity Fair. Oh boy.
This is part 2.
All right. Where to go? Reed has a response to claims she's embracing the spotlight. Anyone in my position who's being falsely accused would be shouting from the rooftops. First of all, I don't want to be here. It can be the John O'Keefe show. It can be the O'Keefe family reunion, she says. But if you think for a second that anyone has fought harder to find the truth about what happened to John and to enlighten everyone about what happened to John harder than me, you're wrong.
Agreed.
Wow.
Agreed.
Wow, man. Ain't
Right.
that the truth?
It is, man. That's so true. That's so true. That says it all right there.
Wow.
Yeah. If Paul wanted the truth, why isn't he doing what Karen Reed's doing? Right? Why is he? If you want my brother, I have a brother. If my brother was murdered or whatever, I would be taking what people on one side are saying. I'd be in the middle. I'd be on the right. I'd be on the left. I'd be at Josh's build. I'd be everywhere. I wouldn't be just taking anybody's word from face value. That's all.
And again, who in the world thinks Karen Reed wants to be here in the spotlight for hurting a Boston cop in a Boston town, in a Boston suburb that's Cop Town Part 2? You think she's gonna think about that? Why would she go into the belly of the beast and do that to him and leave him in the car? I mean, no.
She's a good-looking girl. She doesn't need this shit, man. She can move on with her life real quick. Move on. If John and her weren't working out, or if they were working out, whatever it might have been, still move on. She's got to keep going with her life.
But they were working out.
I know. People have their differences. I mean, trust me, I'm married. I get it.
Part of it's normal. It happens. Not a big deal.
Yeah, keep going with it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if she didn't want to, and all this is happening, she can't do that yet. She's got to fix it. Yep. She's got to fix it. She's got to fix this because she knows the truth. She's part of the truth.
Check this out, though. This is also what Joe sent us. Meanwhile, according to sources, Morrissey's top prosecutors have refused to retry Reed's case. So he has taken the unusual step of retaining outside counsel to spearhead the next trial. Hank Brennan, who defended Whitey Bulger.
This girl went off, man, in Vanity Fair. What a good job. See, we don't get that information.
How would we get it? How would we know that? That's inside intel like that. We don't get inside info, Mike.
Maybe that's why Traub left. Maybe he just squirted out some shit, said, I'm out, but I'm going to bury you. I'm out.
You got Traub. You have Beelan, who was there forever. 30 years she was there. She was there before he was there.
Right. You had the girl from Stoughton District Court that got, ousted or whatever, suspended.
She's gone, right?
She might have known all this. I mean, they all talk.
I don't know, but isn't there laws against falsely getting fired like that?
Yeah, oh yeah. She's got a case. Yeah. When it's public information, yeah. There's gonna be so much money flying around the next couple of years with lawsuits. The lawyers in this area are gonna be very, very busy. The lawyers around here.
I can't imagine though. Just the lawsuits, Mike. Just think of the lawsuits. If this comes back that he actually was murdered, and it wasn't her, and it was this guy and this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, How look at those that lawsuits for everybody, including the guy across the street who's got everything on film.
Right. So, like you said, that they're accomplices after the fact, or they, they helped along with this. They covered up evidence. They made stuff disappear. I mean, come on. The library videos are gone.
No,
Are you kidding?
just the 2 minutes that were
I,
by. It's still there.
but it's still going to give you 20 years. you know,
How does that Sally put footage get submitted as evidence if it's not correct?
I don't know.
What
And
do you
guess
have to
what?
look at it from behind you with a mirror to see how it's supposed to be? Like,
And Raffy was there. Raffy saw the whole thing. Hey, yeah, another thing from the Karen Reed updates about the Vanity Fair. One juror says he or she felt intimidated by the presence of the Alberts and McCabe's in the court during closing arguments,
ooh,
calling it completely and utterly inappropriate. They were the substantial focal points of the trial. I can't believe they were allowed to stare the jury down via Vanity Fair. So we were right. They were staring them down. They were trying to intimidate a juror.
imagine
They did. They were intimidated.
that's witness intimidation, is it not?
It is.
And yet they're gonna try him and get Aiden all racked up on this.
Right, and it's true that within days of Cannon's mistrial ruling, Reed's lawyers began hearing jurors that were disturbed by the outcome. 4 of them contacted the defense directly.
Yeah, we know that, right?
And Josh Levy's office would not confirm or deny the investigation to Vanity Fair. So they asked them, even went to Josh's. Wow, man.
I was talking to someone yesterday, Mike, right? And I asked the question, what does it take to get an open wiretap on an active district attorney?
Oh, Jesus.
What does it take? What do you need to go to the judge with to say, hey, this district attorney, I want all his phones tapped. I want all that data.
You gotta have, I would think, a warm body that knows about what the cover up and corruption that's going on. I would think. Or you tap somebody else's phone connected to Morrissey.
But how do you go to a judge and say, I want this district attorney's phones, all of them?
What judge? Yeah, what judge?
But Mike, that's a district attorney.
You get proof.
You want his phones?
Yeah.
The DA.
Yeah.
Listen, when I saw it was it Vanity Fair, I think. There was a layout of all the people that were in the Karen Reed trial, and there were 2 spots that were blank. No pictures of the people. Anyone know about that?
I know who they are. It's Mike Camarano and his wife.
No, I think these were
sure.
Yeah, I think these were different pictures, Mike.
All right.
It's it's a black picture with all the different people and the players in it. And there's 2 of them that are blacked out. And one of them might have been in the house.
Double check me on that. But,
yeah. I'm looking for that picture.
At the end of the day, the judge dismissed everyone. Reed broke down. Her head hurt so badly that she was wondering if she had been even breathing. And then she began bargaining with God. I'll take a mistrial. You can keep me in limbo for 10 more years. But just please let me go home tonight. Karen Reed via Vanity Fair. So she couldn't believe it herself, like the mistrial.
I just
sent you something via text from Joe.
Wow. All right. Can we take a break real quick? On a second note.
When you want to go? What time is it? 2 hours?
No. I just want to do this real quick. I just want to do this real quick.
Want to read the chat? The chat? Oh, hey.
She's
Shelby.
Miss Shelby.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
So good to hear that voice. And that laugh.
I'm trying.
We got a cold?
Yeah. Smoker's cough. Killing me.
Oh, come on, Shelby. You're too young for that, lady.
Yeah, I know.
The mostest mod. I love it. Yeah.
Mimosa mod.
Yeah, the
Um,
mimosa.
I just wanted to get on and tell everybody who has donated to my dad's Give Send Go, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through, and the support that I've gotten from everybody in this movement has been eye-opening. So I wanted to let all of you guys know how much I appreciate it, and yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you guys from
Yeah.
the bottom of my heart.
Wow. Thank you, man. Well, you're going through a tough time. We're here for you. You know that.
I
We
love
got
you guys, and I appreciate it. So
Yeah, we love you too, man. Big hugs from over here again.
And listen, Shelby, we even love you on the good days too. Imagine that.
Yeah. I I know Western Mass is a far away, but we'll get there eventually. You know,
I know.
we'll get there. We love you, man.
All right.
We love you.
I love you too, guys. All right,
Shelby,
goodbye.
All right.
and if you need anything,
You get
You
out
I
of
know.
this.
you know.
I know. Thanks, guys.
You got it, man. You
Talk
got
to
it.
you soon, sweetie.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, I know. You know, burying a loved one or missing a loved one is a tough thing to go through. It sucks.
Life, you hate it. You have to.
It's the worst.
Yep.
Yeah, but doing something like this, like getting on and talking, is therapeutic. Believe it or not, it does help.
It is. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like I think even for Etsy to come on and just say it on the platform for 20 minutes or so about what she's thinking and feeling,
Yep.
instead of talking to somebody one-on-one, she can talk to hundreds of people, or whatever we have going on, and
Yeah.
it'll be replayed forever. We memorialize that, and that's good to hear, man. Because she is one of the people. She's like Scott McGinnis. She's always there. I wouldn't say Lemonster or anything like that, but she's always there, rallying, always there with a smile. Always ready
Always.
to go. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yep.
big shout out, man.
And again, Mike, like we need these people.
Yes.
We
Because
absolutely need them.
they pick us up when we're down, and we got to do the same. We got to pick them up when they're down.
And that's how it works.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm proud of everybody, because everyone that donated to Shelby is I deeply appreciate it, because she's a wonderful person. And
what she does for the show is incredible. You don't have no idea, like, how to get guests on and send a link and keep me on my toes when I'm supposed to be doing stuff and showing up places and signing things and doing, I don't know. She's all over it.
But
She's a mom.
Yeah.
She's a mom. She's got kids and stuff, and she's taking care of them. And one of them's really into Fortnite. I like that. He tells me stories. He's a good guy. Good. I won't mention his name. He's a good guy. He wants to come on the show. He wants to come on the show. We have him on the show sometime, Tom. If he does good in school, all right.
Based on his grades, how's that?
All right, good.
Based on his grades.
All right, cool.
All right, check this out, Mike.
So
Another one. Yep.
All right, yeah, he's all over this.
McCabe could have searched in a window opened at 2:27 a.m. Vanity Fair asked Umit Karbilik, a PhD at Purdue's Department of Computer and Information Technology, who specializes in iPhone artifacts and the limitations of digital forensics, to evaluate the prosecution's expert testimony as well as an affidavit from Reed's expert. Based on my research and expertise, I concur with what I see in the affidavit from Richard Green. Karabilinek emailed Vanity Fair referring to Reed's expert. Though the browser tab was opened earlier than the searches, he said, the timestamp for the search items is recorded for searches and stored in the database, not the time of the tab opening. He noted that Green additionally verified the search times with occasional WAL files that are occasionally overlooked. Okay. Do you know what he's saying?
Boom.
It doesn't record the opening a tab. It doesn't record that. It records the search itself.
Right. Not when you open the tab. The tab can be open for hours. With what time you made the search. It happened, folks.
The timestamp for the search items is recorded. That's what they're looking at. That's what in the data. That's the wall file. That's all the stuff they're talking about. It's stored in those files. It's there.
So there's your second expert from Purdue that we can't even pronounce his name. He's a doctor.
He's got letters after his name. Yep.
Yeah, he's got consonants after his name. I mean, it's a big deal.
Yep. No, I mean,
big mic drop. Yeah, big mic drop right there, man.
Yep.
So this, I know we haven't read the whole Vanity article thing, but we have people in the background sending us snippets and highlights of what's going on. I mean, obviously, go back and read it, and maybe Tom will do story time and tape it and put it out there because you do tell it in a nice way, your tone and inflection, Tom. Just so you know, I'm not as good as you.
I do my best.
I'm not as good. Good stuff, man.
Oh, awesome, bud.
And the Karen Reed updates on the Twitter is blowing up. She's also who is Karen Reed update. That might be Karen herself.
It's funny. Karen was actually on Aiden's show last night in the chat. It was nice to see her there. And I mean,
I wonder if she's up right now watching that show. I wonder if she watches it on replay.
I'm sure she does.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of people do.
Be kind of cool. Yeah, Karen could be here. Yeah,
could be here, and that's okay. Yeah. But whether or not she's here or not, we're still doing the December fundraiser for Karen, right? We got some Venmos here. Lisa Joy.
Oh wow, nice.
Goodness, thank you, Miss Lisa. Amy from Boston keeps dumping memberships on us, Mike.
Well, good.
Amy, we love you, Amy.
All over the world, I guess. And how that happens, what? So the memberships get picked up through an algorithm? People that are logged on? Yeah.
People that are in the chat, it just automatically dumps it on them. So
wow. Cool,
thank you, Amy.
And how do we know someone's a member? If they're green in the chat, Tom?
It's got that little symbol next to their name, the little S. Like looks like an S, the little round thing.
Okay.
Miss Noma is a new member, and Guardian Hawk is a new member. So thank you guys both for being new members. Thank you very much.
Oh, Carrie Ann, 1A, 2A.
Carrie Ann, your space is perfect for gatherings. Beautiful. You know Carrie, my girlfriend.
The one that lives with the nice house?
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Great place for gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like her dog, too. I like her dog.
The rear main seal of the hot tub, it's leaking. So.
Oh, wow.
You got to get her husband to order parts, and we'll fix that up.
Well, according to her, he doesn't do anything. She does all the work around the house.
Oh, she's going to order parts, and me and her will replace the pump.
Oh, all right. Yeah, just take off the back cap and do it up. Yeah.
Bang it out. Not a problem.
Oh,
nice. You ordered the parts already. Let me know when I'll be banging. We'll bang that out.
Cool, man. It's something I can't do. Yeah, I make phone calls for that stuff. I call Tommy. I don't do that shit.
Wow.
But wow, so that was cool that the Vanity Fair article came out that early. I'm glad Turtle Boy went over it last night and read the whole thing. I think the Glare did too. So I'm sure the Glare is going to probably go over part 2 today.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to.
I'll read it. So what I did yesterday is I just read the first one word for word, so that if you guys want to listen to it instead of reading it, you just pop your earbuds in and hit go. So I read the first one last night, and I'll read the second one after the show. What I do is I sit and record it, and then I let it go. So it'll be later on, probably be by noon. It'll be done. It takes a long time to do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, how many pages was the last one? I mean, I didn't read the actual hard copy, but it went through my Twitter account. It was like, scroll. Yep. I just like how she's just so open, and there's no hidden agenda. There's no I can't talk about that. Ask me whatever you want.
Again, it's Karen Reed. It's what you ask for. It's what you get.
Yeah, I mean, just ask
no lawyers, no nothing, no middleman. And she even had freaking security staying with them.
Yeah, he looked like John. He looked like an actor. She said.
I think I know the guy.
Yeah, I think I do too. He's a big dude with the
He does
I
look
know.
like John Cena.
He does.
He
He
does.
actually does. I was like, oh my God, she's right.
But I
She's
mean,
right. We had a sleepover ever with the Vanity Fair person too. Like, this is nuts.
and
Like, she's
again,
never
right?
been there.
We
Right.
get the best people in the movement, Mike. Right? I mean, really,
I mean, come on now.
you don't have Jen McKay babysitting kids, so that's a win for us.
I've never watched. I'm gonna be honest. I've never watched a yellow cottage tales. I've never watched any of those mafia people basketball. I've never watched it because you know what? I don't get into negativity. I don't like it.
I got enough problems with my own stuff. I don't need anything else.
Who needs negativity? I don't like when people get off on other people's failures and they exploit. Yeah, I just don't like that stuff.
Everybody
Yeah.
fails, man. That's part of life. If you don't fail,
Right.
you ain't doing nothing. You gotta fail.
Right?
You
But
have to. That's your learning time.
some people see that as an opportunity to beat you down and make fun of you. That's not my type of person. That's who I am.
No,
It's not who I am. But
no.
if you're a convict and you murdered somebody and you're guilty, I'm
Well,
coming.
That's a different story, isn't it?
Yet when you killed my teammate, you murdered him. I played basketball with this dude. I'm coming for you. I'm
Mike,
coming for you.
where's the Boston Police Department in all this?
Yeah. I can't answer that one, Paul. I don't
Where
have any.
are they?
I have no. John was my only contact inside the BPD when he fixed those tickets for me a while ago. And then I know when the liquor store got robbed. Remember that whole story?
Right.
That was my only inside with the Boston PD, and no more.
But they don't seem to care in the least bit, Mike.
No, I know they get told to stand down is what I heard, but like Brian Albert's good friend who was his boss that lives in Canton. I don't know the guy's last name, but he retired.
Long,
Right?
Long.
He retired abruptly, just out
of the blue. Imagine that. A lot of that happening over there too.
Yeah. So what does he actually know or have or? Oh, I can't wait to find out what that is, man. And then, will we ever know? I guess is the thing too. It's like, will we ever really know the truth? Hopefully someday we will. Hopefully someday we will know exactly what happened, how it happened, what the timeline was, where's the blood, why was the phone under him, who had the phone. These are like the things that I want to know. Did Chief Rafferty see the car in the Sally Port? Why was it inverted? Who did it? Right? Why weren't the key cycles right? Why was the time wrong when Michael Proctor wrote his report? Who else was in the house that he didn't mention? Duty. All these other people that saw things that aren't talking are going to talk eventually.
So what about all the other cases that are in limbo right now because Proctor had a hand in them? What, do they just wait it out and they just wait because Proctor's and he ain't coming back to work?
I think he ain't at mistrials. I think Walsh might walk, and I think the doctor from Dover that murdered his wife, that he admitted to, strangled and left in a pond near his house.
Right.
That he might. I forget. He's a German name. I forget his name, but he's involved with Proctor. Proctor looked at his case.
Now, do you have to go back and investigate every single case that he investigated?
Well, remember the lab scandal?
Yes.
Tons of people got out of jail on that one. Tons of convicted people that actually got caught with drugs, real drugs,
that
were actually used by the lab and, replaced with whatever, they walked. You think of it that way, right? You got people that lied on the stand. So my thought is, what else did they lie about? Are they trustworthy? Can you believe them? Yeah, I mean, a lawyer that's much smarter than me and with words and questions will eat them up. I'll put it this way. We'll put a reasonable doubt into a lot of jurors' minds about that person talking on the stand. Because before this shit happened, if you saw somebody in blue on the stand and they were telling you it's the truth in a case, you believed them.
Correct. You no reason not to.
Right? They were it, man. They were the ones protect us. They're the ones with the gun. But today, with all these cameras and recordings, that's another thing I don't like about this whole trial is that nothing was recorded with the witnesses during the interviews. That is shady as fuck.
They don't even have the flock cameras they talk so highly about. They don't even have that information because it would show Brian Higgins leaving, going to the chief's house, waking up both of them and telling them what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe getting ideas. What do we do now? You got to do this. You got to do that.
Ah, man, and I think Farwell's going to talk,
I hope so. Because think of
and
the
that's
stuff
going.
think of the stuff that he knows, because he was allowed to get away with freaking touching the little girl. He was
The three man.
allowed to get away with that. They all turned the other way, Mike. All these cops with the guns and the badges looking to protect people, they all look the other way.
Yep. And what's going on with this guy Heel from the Aberdeen schools? That's allegedly, and part of that stuff too. Is he still working? I heard he had the post commission done. I don't know what happened. This is crazy, man.
That's what they call that transparency stuff.
And then we have Mizzy at one of our audit meetings with the guy Bob from North Korea, and
Yep.
mispronouncing her name.
Doesn't
It just
even
goes on and on and on and on. It doesn't stop. Now we have a mother of a person that got a summons, that she got a summons because she drove the car.
Getaway driver. The mother.
Can
80
you-
years old.
Can you believe this? I can't believe that. I said, what are you doing? You want to lose all credibility with people in this county? 27, 28 towns? Shoot yourself in the foot, pal.
Mike, all she did was drive her daughter. That was it.
That's why I'm
That's
saying
a crime. That's a crime now.
Right. Because you drove a car away with somebody that allegedly left a ducky somewhere. Wow.
Step on it, Mom.
Blow that red light. Let's go. Stop at Starbucks on the way. I gotta stop at CVS on the way in. I get some coupons to use. Right. I mean,
that's amazing to me, Mike. That really is.
What clerk, magistrate, or judge is going to look at this and go, "Are you kidding me?" Even like Reality Girl from this one, Reality Check from this one. People would laugh this case out of court down there. With the things they're doing right now, the 13A violations and stuff.
But they're doing it, and they're getting away with it.
But what do we do as a group, as a movement to stop it? Right? Everything we try to do, they arrest us for it. Because that is such a vague law, right? I mean, it's open to emotions and financial harm, and I don't feel comfortable. I'm scared, right? Colin lied how many times in the stand? They caught him. I don't fight. They get videos of him fighting, right? I fell on my fist. Come on now. I don't remember how many times he said that. Can you ask it a different way?
But they remember specific times. That doesn't. No, you doesn't. No. Don't work like
he knows he left at 12:10
specifically.
And he went up the stairs and kissed his mom and dad goodbye. Now there's a report. There's a police report saying that Chrissy and his wife were at 34 Fairview. That they didn't walk. They didn't walk home, and that's out there. There's a police report with that written in it.
So that means Colin couldn't have kissed his mother and father in the bedroom.
That's right. That's right. And if you even want to go a little bit deeper, the waterfowl bar with the timestamp of Chrissy even being there at 12:15, 12:16.
Right.
And it takes 7 minutes to walk home, right? So that's it's 12:20 something. Come on.
Listen, the whole walking home in the eve of a major nor'easter that's gonna destroy houses and just level the place. I don't see him walking home in this stuff.
No, and then ordering the fireball shots.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
She didn't have it, did she?
No. I probably would have. I'm not saying I like fireballs, but I mean, if I do have one, yeah.
In Canton, that's what they do. That's just
why is it what? So if it's just Canton, where else, Tom? Where else?
It's kind of everywhere, unfortunately.
Right?
Yeah.
Sean brought up this young kid that was 14 years old that got beat up in Canton. From the fake police guy, borrowed a badge or something from a Dedham cop.
Yeah.
The other night, you were talking about that, and they took this kid, put him in a chair, and fucking
chair was bolted to the floor with a top underneath it. Mike,
what's that all about? What's Craig Casey?
You don't think that was in the bottom of a pizza store? That chair that was bolted to the bottom of the floor? Would it be?
I don't know. It might have been. Who knows? We didn't look into it though.
Yeah.
Right? Dump his body someplace.
Yeah, up in.
Yep. And then this Craig Casey case is even stranger, man.
Mike, I have access to somebody in that case. Like
which one?
Direct access.
Casey or the other one? The young kid.
Handcuffs. Like the person who gave him the handcuffs, I may know.
Oh, He's a denim cop that let somebody borrow that's his stuff.
Yes, sir.
That's a 14-year-old kid.
Yep. They told him it was about child support and he had to come down to the station.
Right.
They locked him up and they took and beat him and killed him.
Yep. Was he 14? Was he 14? It was child support?
I think he was older.
Okay.
Maybe he was about a 14-year-old.
Oh, okay.
And they got him into the car, cuffed him.
And now he's gone.
And yeah. But notice where they took him to do that too.
Outside the county. Yeah.
But
right? Outside.
First it's kidnapping, right?
Right.
Because he's taking his freedom away. But you take him from where he is to Canton to do this?
I know.
Why Canton, Mike?
They get control, man.
It's allowed. You can do that type of stuff in Canton.
Right. And if you get, I hate to say it now, if you get a woman gets raped around this area, can you report it?
You can, but the chief of police is going to sit back and say, "No, I don't think so. You were probably looking to
you went
happen yourself."
Yeah, this is just your fault. This is your problem. You invited this to happen to yourself. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Yeah.
It must be bullshit, man.
And then you don't report it, and that means your numbers are good. It means it looks like it's good on paper that you're getting all the work done, and chief is doing a job, and let's get an increase, 12%. Let's put a kitchen in the station. That'll just make everything better.
I didn't realize that, like the phone calls or the walk-ins. So it's when I was calling about the speeders, 33 times in 40 days, or 45 times in 30 days, whatever it was.
Didn't John call? How many times did John call?
A bunch of times. I forget the number.
Something?
Yeah.
I saw how many?
I called 43 times in 30 days.
And you got arrested.
Yeah.
So 43 times in 30 days. John called 50 something times. And I'm pretty sure John had video. He was a ring camera guy. Like he was into the ring. So
and then all of a sudden I get speed bumps put in my roads and stuff. Things happened, things changed after a bunch of other shit, but still it's just like I didn't realize that they're tracked by how many incoming phone calls, what was said, what they're reporting about. I don't know. Just that makes sense. Like tell them I go back to it's the money. It's all about the money.
Yep. It's so horrible.
It is, man.
All right. So Friday, we have stand-up coming out.
What time are you coming on? You want to try 7:30, or do you want to just go live when you're there?
How about we just play it by ear? But I know Friday I will be live going to the courthouse.
All right. If you go on before me, I'll just look for you and jump on. All right. Yeah.
We'll let you know.
All right. I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna sign off. You got this?
All right, bud. Yeah, we're good.
Hey, thanks everybody in the chat. Thank you. Awesome guest today on the phone from South Carolina.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks, man. All right, Tony. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, big guy.
Free Karen Reed.
No doubt. Hey, everybody. So that was a show, man. Yeah. So Friday, we're definitely gonna make this different. We're definitely gonna go to the courthouse for you guys. You guys deserve that at least. Save that. Yeah. Also, and again, I'm not sure, but I read the Vanity Fair article. Part 1. I'm gonna do part 2 when I'm done with the show today. So if you're busy and you can't read it, pop your earbuds in. I try and read it word for word. Like the Glare is gonna go on at 10. Okay, so I suggest you all go over to Glara's show. He's gonna go in and break it down. All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna read it for you guys so that you guys have the audio part of it. You can listen to the whole thing. And then Clara will go and take each piece and go through it and analyze it, which is great. I mean, that's exactly what we need. And again, are we blessed or not to have these awesome people and the creators on our side? I mean, the other side's got nothing, right? And we got everybody. We got Etsy who's dancing on the State House steps. We got bingo on that one, guys. We got Turd Ferguson, talented, freaking love it. Everybody, Glara, Melanie, Brandy, man, Brandy, Jesus, love her. Yeah. So, with that said, Cash App and Venmo. If you'd like to make a donation, please feel free to do that. It's not hard. CPU, TOM, Cash App and Venmo, CPU Tom. If you'd like to make a donation to Karen's Defense Fund, please do. It's not hard to give, send, go. If you go to Google, type in Karen Reed Defense Fund, it'll come right up. Aiden also has a defense fund. He needs donations. And our poor girl Shelby, dealing with a lot right now. And how you guys have treated her and the generosity you guys have for again for the most wonderful people in the movement. I mean, we take care of each other in ways that I can't even put on paper. But we all take care of each other. We look out for each other. We talk to each other, and we're friends with each other. I mean, I wouldn't pick the other side. No way, no how. So this time, second time around, it's our turn. We're going to be loud, proud, and we're going to show them that this is not right. This is a sham. That's how Clara says it. It's a sham. All right, guys. I'm going to go have some more coffee, and I'm going to read the article. It'll be put up probably by noon. So in the meantime, I love you all. Be safe, and we'll definitely see you on Friday. Friday morning, I believe it's 9:00 they start, but we'll figure that out. Cash App, like, subscribe. Please share the stream. Other people need to see it, and if you share it on your Facebook, and if I get one person that likes it or one person that subscribes to the channel, that makes me thrilled, very happy, because every one of you guys are important to me. So with that said, a lot of yous. I love you all. Be safe, and I look forward to seeing you all Friday. Love yous.